What is going on, guys? How y'all doing today? Rangovids12 here, and yes, I know that this video is incredibly late. Well, it's kind of late. I mean, I wouldn't say it's incredibly late, but well, yeah, anyway. So, Spider-Verse Secret Wars Issue 1, and I've actually figured out a few things from the Secret Wars. Remember last time where I said I was a little bit confused? Well, I've kind of worked a few things out. So it turns out that Doctor Doom has wiped everyone's memories of, well, wiped a little bit of the memories. So Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man UK and Noir Spider-Man and Spider-Pig and everyone, they don't remember each other from the Spider-Verse. Remember when they all saw each other in the Spider-Verse and they all teamed up together? They don't remember any of that. All the Spider-Men are like really confused because none of them remember what their life used to be like before Battleworld. Anyway, I'm actually doing a digital comic giveaway for this issue, and it's pretty good to be able to do this because usually I used to do a giveaway every single video, but now I've kind of been falling behind a bit with that and there hasn't been that many giveaways, so it's nice to get back into this routine. And yes, to enter the giveaway, all I want to know is who is your favourite character from the Secret Wars so far. So it can be the Fantastic Four, it can be Iron Man, it can be Miles Morales, it can be Doom himself. Who is your favourite character? Let me know in the comments section below and I will announce the winner in Spider-Verse Secret Wars Issue 2. Anyway, I think you guys have waited long enough. We might as well jump into the video right now. Alright, so the issue picks up with Spider-Gwen in Battleworld, and as you can see, she's talking about how she's got a song stuck in her head, and she's talking about how she memorises the drums. They're her favourite part of the song, and that's actually because Spider-Gwen, well, I'll just say Gwen, she is actually a drummer in her band, the Mary Janes. Now, of course, she doesn't remember that she's in a band, and she doesn't remember that she has friends, because her mind has been, like, wiped by Doctor Doom ever since she entered Battleworld, so that's why she's a little bit confused. But as you can see, she's battling, like, criminals that aren't really from around here. As you can see, they've got, like, goblin faces, probably to reminisce Green Goblin, and they're actually grave stealing or something like that. Now, as you can see, she swings away and ends up in front of the grave that reads Gwen Stacy, gone too soon. And as you can see, she starts talking about this life that she keeps dreaming of, a life that she remembers friends, a life where she remembers going in a band, and then she wakes up and it all goes away and she can't remember any of it. She gets little fuzzies of it, but only every now and again, and that's because Doctor Doom has wiped everyone's memories, as I've already said, and of course Gwen is getting like little fragments of it back, but nothing much. Now, we go over to like what seems like a dockyard and what seems like a crime going down, and we get Spider-Man UK swinging past. And if you remember, Spider-Man UK and Anya Spider-Woman became the warriors of the multiverse after Spider-Verse alongside the Master Weaver, so that's why they're heroes. Actually, I don't actually know why Spider-Man UK and Spider-Woman Anya are here on Battleworld, because if you think about it, they're not on any planet, they're with the Master Weaver usually, so unless because it's all universes that have been destroyed, maybe the Master Weaver has no power here either. I mean, maybe the Master Weaver is also on Battleworld, imagine that. But yeah, so that probably explains why Spider-Man UK and Anya Spider-Woman are on Battleworld. And if you remember, I think they are the only two people that know of each other. Like, I don't think they remember the Spider-Verse, but I think they kind of just live, like, fighting with each other. I don't actually think they remember any of the other Spider-Men, and that's exactly what we're going to see here, because we actually have Indian Spider-Man. Now, you're probably wondering, why do all of these Spider-Men live on the same planet, live in the same city, but not know of each other? And that's because Doctor Doom wiped all of their memories. They've basically been living their entire life without even questioning where they came from and stuff like that. That's how you've got to think about it. And that's what Indian Spider-Man is actually saying, because if you remember, Indian Spider-Man took part in the Spider-Verse as well, so they kind of remember each other, kind of. They all kind of feel like they don't belong here, even though it's the city that they feel like they've lived in all their life. Something's not quite right. That's what Spider-Man is saying right here, that there's a web that ties us all together, and that's going to be really interesting to see. I think the best part about this issue is the fact that Spider-Man, or the Spider-Men and Spider-Woman, can kind of work around this. Somehow, one of them is eventually going to crack what's happened, and I'm looking forward to the breakthrough of finding out that the world they feel like they've been living in all their lives is a fake. That is going to be so awesome to see. Now, as you can see on screen, we go back to Gwen, and she has searched her name up in Google. Well, actually, whatever the search engine is in the comics anyway. And she can see that she was actually killed off George Washington Bridge. And that's probably because in the 616 universe, she was thrown off the George Washington Bridge by Green Goblin. And that segment of New York has come over into Battleworld. And that's why it's on the Google search engine. Or the internet, should I say. But yeah, so what's really funny in this universe as well, or on Battleworld should I say, is that it's not Oscorp, it's Oscorp, like OZ Corp. And that's funny to see. Also, Norman Osborn is the mayor of the city. What the heck? That is crazy. Like, especially because he's a major villain in the 616 universe and probably in all universes that we've ever come across. And Norman Osborn in Battleworld is the mayor? What? We also discover that just like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie, Gwen Stacy is working for Oscorp, and she's actually been staking out this door. She's been trying to figure out how to get inside this door. She's worked out all of the workers' routines, and it turns out only 3 people ever seem to work there, and inside the door is always one person. So if one person comes out, then another person goes in. And I love how she kind of makes fun of protractors here. I mean, because it is true, once you come out of school, you never even touch a protractor, so... I mean, well, I haven't, so... that must be true. Now, she tries pickpocketing this guy, and it does not work out, but I love how she kind of just gets past that by saying only bad guys are good at pickpocketing, and if she's not, then that means that it's a good thing, because it means that she's not a bad guy, or something along those lines. But then we later find out that the Sinister Six is in this folder, and it shows all of the Spider-Men as the Sinister Six. So Anya, Spider-Man UK, Indian Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, and another one which I can't really make out, but either way, it might be just a random Spider-Man, but I think it might be Noir Spider-Man, I'm not entirely sure. But we actually go into this room here where we see Spider-Pig lying on the bed, and it turns out that Norman Osborn is keeping him there, all wired up, and it's pretty crazy. Now, Spider-Gwen actually tries to help him out, and remember, these guys do not remember each other from the Spider-Verse, you have to remember that. But while she sat there helping him out, she turns around to Norman Osborn standing in the doorway, saying that he's been expecting her. So whatever could be in store for her, we'll have to find out next issue. But now we go over to the backstory of Spider-Pig, of how he actually ended up in that predicament. Now we get him swinging through the city, talking about what his life used to be like, him dreaming about a life where he lived off the land, about where it was all chilled and everyone was dead nice and everything like that. And he wakes up under a newspaper into a world that doesn't really like pigs. They're not exactly accepting of him, especially because he's a spider pig. Well, spider ham, should I say. But either way, that's because he was living his actual life, and then when he was put into Battleworld, he woke up in Battleworld. So that's what happened there. But as you can see, he takes advantage of this sweet old lady and actually says that he's some random person, probably her son, that he's never met, and he pretends to be him whilst this woman, this old lady, is blind and deaf. And then I think it might be her son. Oh no, sorry, grandson. That's why she's called Grandma. What the heck? Yeah, her grandson eventually comes home, and and I almost keep saying Spider-Pig. Spider-Ham and him actually become friends, and he mentions something about a circus, and Spider-Ham goes there, gets his break, well, big break, kind of, and then he's actually wondering where his next big break is going to come from, and that's when we get Norman Osborn looking sinister in the back, and that is where the issue ends. I think this is probably one of the most fun issues I've read so far from the Secret Wars 2015 event, so yeah, that was a really fun issue to review. I hope you guys liked it. What did you guys think of the issue? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, also don't forget about the giveaway that I'm doing. I'll announce the winner in Spider-Verse Secret Wars issue 2. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. I thought it was brilliant, just everything to do with the Spider-Men all kind of remembering each other. I also liked Spider-Gwen's story. I thought that was really good, how that tied into Spider-Hams. That was interesting to see. But yeah, so guys, go to my Facebook page. I'm actually doing a bunch of previews on there at the minute, just showing off some early comics, maybe some early drawings of comics and stuff like that, so go check those out. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitter, where I announce when I'm editing videos, when videos are going to be up, and of course, when my videos are going to be late, or the reasons of why they're late, stuff like that. And guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button on this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.